announcements. But with respect to our guests who have kindly waited, we do have three announcements and presentations this evening. Is Ms. Tawa Hadi-Mateen with the Small Business Administration here? Thank you so much for coming. If you could give us a very abbreviated, please, step to the podium and share with us about a tornado disaster update, please, from the Small Business Administration.
Testing. Okay, yes, thank you so much. Very quickly, we are still here helping with tornado survivors, making sure that they understand when to apply and how to apply. The deadline is coming up on February 12th. For physical damages, businesses have until September 13th to apply for working capital. And also, we are hosting a recovery resource fair at the Avon Williams campus February 2nd from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. There's going to be organizations there, the Catholic Charities, Red Cross, FEMA, SBA, SBDC, United Way, Nashville Humane, the USDA is going to be there. So come out, refer this to your survivors and your constituents, and let us help them use the whole community for their recovery process. And with that being said, that's all that I have. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Ms. Mateen. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Now, Councilmember Allen, you are recognized for a resolution honoring Dodd Galbraith for his service on the Stormwater Management Commission.
Thank you. I'm going to let the co-signers read with me.
Whereas, after 50 years on the Stormwater Management Commission, the commission, Dodd Galbraith, and I knew I was going to mess this up, I'm sorry, Galbraith services will end January the 24th. And whereas he was the first appointed to the commission by Mayor Carl Dean in January 2009, he was reappointed by Mayor Dean in 2012, by Mayor Megan Berry in 2016, and by Mayor John Cooper in 2020,
And whereas in 2017, proud District 25 resident Mr. Galbraith was elected as vice chair by the commission and was elected as chair of the commission in 2019. And whereas Mr. Galbraith has worked closely with Metro staff during her service over the past 15 years and assisted on legislation regarding the makeup of Metro boards and commissions to ensure that qualified individuals are selected as members of the Stormwater Management Commission, and securing a name change for the commission to better reflect its status. And
whereas in addition to his service on the commission, Mr. Galbraith is a professor at Lipscomb University and the director of the Institute for Sustainable Practice, the Southeast's first comprehensive academic sustainability program. And whereas in addition to his service on the Stormwater Management Commission, Mr. Galbraith serves as the chair of the Tennessee Board of Water Quality, Oil and Gas, representing environmental interests. And whereas while serving two governors of both parties, he led the passage of 6 state laws to manage surface and groundwater use, designate a state scenic river, and restore natural rivers and wetlands. He also co-chaired one of the nation's first state environmental justice plans. And
whereas Mr. Galbraith has received 2 statewide leadership awards and in 2020 was awarded the Robert Sparks Walker Lifetime Achievement Award from the Governor and Commissioner of the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation. And whereas Mr. Galbraith has dedicated his over 40-year career to sustainability and conservation, it is fitting and proper that the Metropolitan Council honor his service to Nashville and Davidson County. And now we'd like to present this resolution to him.
Next, I'm going to recognize Councilmember Cash along with Pro Tem Suara for a resolution honoring Angie Adams for her service as president and CEO of the Pencil Foundation.
Start. Thanks. We want to acknowledge Angie Adams and her great work for the Pencil Foundation that has helped Metro schools and so many Metro school children and teachers And we want to present this resolution honoring Angie Adams for her service as president and CEO of Pencil, whereas Angie Adams has served as the president and CEO of Pencil Public Education Needs Community Involvement and Leadership since 2016, and will be stepping down at the end of the 23-24 school year. And whereas Pencil is a nonprofit group that links community resources from Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools to help young people achieve academic success and prepare for life. And whereas Ms. Adams has focused Pencil's programming to support MNPS's strategic plan, established and maintained collaborations and partnerships all across all industry sectors in Nashville, and has made Pencil into an invaluable resource recruiter for MNPS. And whereas Ms. Adams previously served as CFO and COO of other nonprofit groups for over 25 years, which gave her a strong background to lead Pencil into its now 41 years. Whereas she grew distributions from the DG Pencil Box, the supply store that provides teachers with free, high-quality school supplies, from $350,000 to $3.5 million annually. During the pandemic, Ms. Adams led the nonprofit as it adopted the delivery of programs and services to students and teachers, responded to the ongoing needs for reading tutors, and created novel ways to keep partners and donors engaged. And
whereas internally, Ms. Adams tripled the size of the board of directors of Pencil from 20 members to 60 members, created an Emerging Leaders Board, and launched Pencil's first endowment in 2020. And whereas in her last full fiscal year as CEO, Ms. Adams helped Pencil achieve $7.3 million in total community investment back to Metro schools through business partnerships and volunteer service, free products to educators, and grants to and from MMPS. There's still a whole lot more to read, but I wanted to keep it short. This is online and you can see it, but I think that just reading numbers does not do justice to the work that Angie has done with Pencil. When we're talking about our public schools and the need to put money in our public school, that's what Pencil has done. And to grow supplies from $350,000 to $3.5 million, I think deserves an ovation from this council because it's helping us put money back in our schools. So I want to thank Angie for all that Pencil has done and for all that she, through her leadership, has done for our schools, our teachers, and our students. So thank you, Angie.
Thank you, Ms. Adams, very much for your service. We appreciate you, and we appreciate Mr. Galbraith as well. I'm going to conclude the announcements period with letting you know that a Mini Cooper has rolled out of its parking spot on level P2 of the parking garage. And that just kind of goes all together with how we're getting started today. I do want to express appreciation to everyone as well who came out earlier regarding the defeat of the English-only charter amendment. That was a very important and special convening. That is why we are running late tonight, but that's okay. So we am going to gavel out announcements here. I've got about 30 seconds for Metro ITS, and then we are going to gavel in the meeting. Thank you. This concludes announcements.